You're watching The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
Hi guys, it's me, it's Jena. That's Bean, that's Alfie. First try, and we are the Space Cadettes from Space Cadets. Yeah, we're here to chit chat about things and stuff. And I personally want to update my resume in the comic book universe. For the last year and a half, however long it's been, I have been just a random person working at LexCorp, getting my dental and 401k. I want my promotion. Where's what kind of promotion would you even get at LexCorp? I go from just sitting there filling out paperwork to telling other people to fill out paperwork, or do I have to be in charge of something and then Batman and Superman have to come after me? No. So man, that means I gotta go work somewhere else in the comic book universe.
Isn't a promotion at most jobs just I get to tell other people to do paperwork?
Maybe.
I feel like that's just a promotion in general.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that it is just, you did just describe working in an office in the real world. Only it's not Batman. It's like the IRS that comes after you.
But I still need to figure out. Should I go somewhere else? Should I just update that resume? Say, sorry, LexCorp, somebody else is going to offer me better 401k and dental. Where would you guys work?
If I had to just get a job in the comic book universe,
yeah,
I think I would want to work for is it called what is Bruce Wayne's company? It's called Wayne Corp
Wayne
or
Tech
whatever.
or something?
Wayne Tech or Wayne Enterprises, yeah.
Yeah,
Wayne Enterprises.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah, I would work for Wayne Enterprises and live in a really scary Gotham City apartment and have the Joker doing wheelies outside.
I feel like Gotham City apartment is definitely my vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you gotta have it may be cheap as all get up rent. Can you imagine the insurance you have to pay for an apartment in Gotham?
Well, that's assuming that they require that. They're probably just you know what, Wayne,
it's gonna get destroyed.
The Wayne family just covers it.
Do they?
Maybe. It's hey, as a benefit of living in Gotham, you gotta pay rent. But if any damages happen to your house, it's directly caused by Batman or one of his villains. Wayne Enterprises takes care of it.
You just set up a GoFundMe, and then an anonymous donor just funds it.
Yeah.
I think Gotham City has extremely high rent.
Really?
I think it is high rent. I think it's terrible apartments. I think that is just part of the overall crappiness of the darkness and the sadness and the crime and the homeless population. It's just rent's high, and they're your roommates are cockroaches.
Yeah, and they have to pay too. But you gotta find one of those places that's rent controlled and inherited.
Yeah.
I will say I'm definitely not smart enough for most of these super heroes and villains jobs, but I think for fun, Department of Truth.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Do you think they have good dental?
It's the government.
It's a government job. So yes, they have good everything.
Okay. I could go there. Next. I don't know.
That's a really good one. I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah.
You know what? I've got the poster hanging up. So
if we're going that, okay, I'm changing my answer. I wanna work with BPRD.
Yes. Oh my God, I love that.
Yeah, I want to hang out with Professor Broom.
But then again, everybody always goes missing there all the time. People break in to kill people in there all the time.
I'll go missing. It's okay. It'll be fun for a little while.
Oh my god.
I'll work for the SCP, Secure, Contain, Protect. Except that place, I mean, there is one comic book for it, and then the books. But I feel like if I worked there, I would definitely be one of those that's like, oh yeah, you have to, you are expendable. Go in, see how the ghost reacts. It's like, oh, well, crap.
Hey, don't blink. Are you good at that? You just don't blink. Oh
no. I'm horrible at staring contests, so no, absolutely not. But there's way more SCPs, so I mean, you know.
Oh my gosh, how could I not think of either one of those? I'm so mad now.
Oh, I think being like in something is killing the children, but I would definitely end up being the butler scarf people.
Yeah.
You'd be good at being a butler.
Thank you.
In the way that I just think you would look nice in the suit.
Oh,
I don't know if you would actually be good at any of the duties of being a butler, but I think you would look cool.
People calling on me like, where is she? And it's I took a nap. I got distracted. I don't know.
Oh my god.
I saw something in the sheetrock that looked like a picture, and I was just looking at it for a while. I don't know. One of y'all's stuffed animals was talking to me. That's on you. You didn't take care of it. I don't know. Kept asking me for new stuff, and I don't know.
That makes it. What they probably like. The number one thing about all these jobs for me is they have to have like a 401k. They have to have matching 401k and dental.
It's funny how you think that a lot of these jobs would have that. The Department of Truth I could see because it's a government job.
Yeah. I mean, LexCorp has it. Bruce Technology has it.
Do you know? Have you worked there? Have you received a job offer?
No. But it was, what's funny is I know it was forever ago. There was actually a comic and a show where it showed what it was like working as an insurance company that was run by LexCorp. Or no, it was run by Stark Industries. There was a show, I think it got canceled, where they were like, oh yeah, the reason that we stay at this job, even though everybody's yelling at us, is because there's matching 401k and there's dental.
That's fair, I guess.
It's like, if you are going to be a big bad corporate powerless in the DC universe, thank you, Jay, thank you. If you are going to have this big secret company like LexCorp or Bruce Technology, you had secret. Well, I mean, like, you technically are using it for your things, like having secret labs in it and stuff.
Okay, that's
you had better pay your employees very well, or they're just afraid of you all the time and they get paid terribly. There's no in between.
So most jobs.
I also, though, number one, no one at Wayne Enterprise knows that Bruce Wayne is Batman, except for like one or two people. No one knows. It's just a regular job.
Man, all of the accounting, like entire floor. Like, he has to have a whole floor for accounting, right? All of them are going to have to know, because otherwise, like, where's all the money going?
It's he's a CEO.
Yeah, but you still, like, he's going to get audited and they're going to be like, oh, you're stealing money from your own company.
No.
He has generational wealth. Okay, the whole point is that he was running some of the orders through the company in order to disguise that they were from him. That's the only reason. It's not like he's taking the money out of it.
He could also he could donate it to another company that is like Batman's fund.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it goes under a donation tax.
Yeah.
Audits though.
No.
Especially when Lex
He's like king of that town. It doesn't matter.
when Lex becomes president. When Lex becomes president, you know he's auditing the Daily Planet. He's auditing Bruce Tech. He's all of it. Everybody that's not his own company, he's sending the IRS after. And if one little thing is off, they have to have very creative accountants.
Yeah, the Riddler.
A whole team of accountants has to know that he's Batman.
No.
Do you understand how much tax fraud happens in the real world where people aren't even
Every
Batman?
day normally. Which, as everyone's attorney, I advise everyone to not say that they've committed tax fraud, even as a joke.
Yeah, I haven't. I'm not Batman.
No tax fraud.
None of us are Batman. I don't know. I am kind of sad. I could be Batman.
Oh no!
Wait, where's my mom?
Oh no! This whole time, every time we start talking about Gotham or like Batman or anything, I just want to be like, something in the way.
Ooh.
That's a really good song, though.
It is. Yeah.
It is.
Really the name of the movie. Or the tone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and also, on a serious note, I think not a superhero, and I wouldn't consider him a supervillain, but I would work for Dracula. That's... Now, you want to talk about generational wealth? I would live for generations.
I don't know, because you've been watching Renfield a lot, right?
Yeah.
They super poor.
No.
They are.
He said that they're running out of money, but they still have enough money to buy a hospital.
A down and out, falling apart hospital.
Still enough. And I don't imagine that New Orleans is the cheapest place to live. They have to have flood insurance like out the wazoo.
Unless the building is condemned. They bought
But he still was able to buy it. That's the thing. But he said that his bank account is running out. Not that they've never had money.
Oh my goodness.
They lived in a mansion before. They could do it again.
Castles are cheap.
Yeah.
Supposedly in Europe.
No AC.
They're kind of everywhere. You could spit and there's a castle. So.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't want to work for Dracula because blood is icky. It would gross me out a lot.
But you don't have to eat blood, just bugs.
I mean, I could eat a bug, but I couldn't go get a bunch of blood and like dead people for I couldn't like clean up the dead people. I wouldn't want to do all that. That's like gross. I don't want to do that.
Yeah. I'm okay with it. But I used to watch Autopsy and stuff all the time when I was a kid, so just like, oh neat.
Yeah. I think I could deal with cleaning up like after like gross monsters and stuff, like a monster is like bleh, and there's like bile or something, like I could clean that up, but specifically like dead body, like I don't like those. I don't like dead bodies. I know clean up deal, but it's I'll eat a bug, I'll clean up bile, but it's just,
I mean, you can just buy bugs at the store.
Hey, there was just a bug on my laptop. You guys, I said I took him outside. I might have eaten that spider.
Your eyes did look a different color.
You looked a little more sharp.
Looked a little stronger. I don't know.
Looked a little pointier when I came back.
Okay, so I've decided I'm just gonna stick it out. I'm just gonna stick it out to the accounting floor of LexCorp, where I use my degree to hide his money laundering.
Yeah. Or you could be like the Riddler and be like, hey, this is messed up, and then become a villain.
Oh no.
Imagine being a henchman for the Jim Carrey Riddler. The outfits. Flawless.
Oh
yes.
Man.
My hair.
Yes.
I would look terrible, but it'd be fun.
It'd be so much
You
fun.
would look amazing.
You would.
Yeah.
Because Jim Carrey's Riddler is that kind who's like, I know what's going to work for your body. Here's your outfit.
Maybe.
Be fabulous. He'd be like, do you feel bonita?
The in that same Batman, Two-Face's like ladies, they were dressed pretty well. I like their outfits. I think that
One of them was Drew Barrymore.
Yep. That wouldn't be the one that I would want to dress up as, because obviously, if you've seen the I don't think that the angel side fits me, even though that is technically my name.
Like, I went and rewatched it, and I was like, oh my god, that's Drew Barrymore.
It was.
How did I not realize that before? Sugar and Spice, that's right. That's what their names were. Yeah.
Which is also a great movie.
Yes.
No one talks about that movie.
I've never heard of that movie.
A bunch of cheerleaders go rob a bank because one of the cheerleaders is pregnant and needs money. I think Marston is the football player.
I think so. It's you're right, Alfie, that's who it is, because he's the Prince Charming from Enchanted. He's
Cyclops.
He's the Cyclops, I swear.
He is Cyclops.
Oh my god.
He is. I'm just stating a fact.
Yeah, you're right. He is Cyclops. In those movies.
Yeah. Everyone's favorite character. And he's in Sonic.
Yeah.
He's in a
so he was the football player, yeah. And they were not the brightest crayons in the box. And so they got kicked out because they wanted to stay together, and he sold the car to buy her half of an engagement ring. Even though they were going to use that car to rob the bank.
And then one of the cheerleaders is obsessed with Conan O'Brien.
Yeah. It's a good movie. I don't know, it kind of reminds me, whenever I think of that movie, I also think of Jawbreaker. I think I used to watch it.
I think they both came out around the same time.
Ah, you're right.
Plus they have the same aesthetic.
Yeah, they had like that ditzy 90s, like, oh my god, we're the popular girls.
Yeah.
But accidental murder / robbery. Whoopsie doodle.
Oh, the robbery was definitely on purpose. The murder was on accident.
Was it though?
The murder was on accident.
Okay.
However, Rose McGowan's character, Courtney Shane, just didn't care.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I killed Liz. I killed the teen dream. Deal with
Get over it.
No, it's deal with it.
Oh, it's deal with it? Okay.
I've seen that movie a lot. I have it signed.
What is that movie?
By who?
Rose McGowan.
Oh, nice.
There was actually a movie called Get Over It that came out at the same time that had Cisco, and she plays Claudia in Interview with a Vampire, the original one.
Kristen Dunst.
Thank you, Kristen Dunst. Does anybody else remember that movie? Midsummer's Dream, but all musical, and then he gets knocked out and oh my god, it was good. I enjoy the movie. It's called Get Over It. Carmen Electra shows up at one point.
Of course she does.
Vitamin C shows up. Cisco is singing at the end.
Vitamin Cisco.
It's got a dude, the dude from Panorama? Oh my god, he's usually a super serious dude, but this is one of his earlier ones. Oh, and that's also where I remember the Big Red song. Yeah. Ben is in it. It's the commercial is like, that big red fresh taste just lasts right through it. Your fresh goes on and on while you choose to say goodbye a little longer, make it last a little longer with Big Red.
I'm so lost what's happening right now. What are we talking about?
We were on course, and then we took a left turn, and now we're down a cliff. But it's fine. That's how the show goes.
Who's Ben?
I can only think of Ben Schwartz. That's it. And I'm like, this is definitely not who they're talking about.
Hold on. The actor's name, the main actor
Ben Schwartz.
in the movie Get Over It is Ben Foster.
Ben Foster.
Yes. Also, Shane West is in it, and Mila Kunis, young Mila Kunis is in it. And yeah.
Sorry, I just saw a shocking fact. Alfie, do you know how old Ben Schwartz is?
41.
I know that now. I didn't think he was that old. That man looks like young.
I think he might be turning 42 this year. I think his birthday's in September.
Let me look at his Wikipedia. Yes. September 15th.
I will point out that means that I have I've looked that man up too many times because it was just like, oh yeah, he's 41, but he turns 42 this year.
Yep. Me and Alfie both really liked him in Renfield.
Yeah, he was
He
great.
did a very great performance in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And now we know his birthday.
Yep.
Wow.
I love him in Game Grumps.
I need to watch that. Okay, but you said Ben Foster. Let me look up who this man is and how old he is.
This man looks familiar, but also not.
This is a football player.
Ben Foster was also Angel in the X-Men movie. The third one.
Oh, that guy. Okay. They have terrible pictures of him on Wikipedia. He needs
They
to
do!
become anonymous. Who is that? Like, I know who you
not
mean
fair.
now.
They do him dirty in a lot of his pictures and stuff like that.
It's like I'm looking at his pictures and I'm just like, I don't
Actually,
know
no.
this man, but
Yeah,
also I know this man.
I got him confused with someone else. I've never seen this man before in my life.
Ben Foster?
Yeah, I know I have seen him, but I'm like looking at him like I don't know who this is.
Yeah, his pictures is not very good. Like he's in 30 Days a Night, My Name is Earl. Anything?
I've rewatched My Name is Earl so much, and nothing.
Oh man.
He just looks like a man to me.
I was getting him confused with the actor who plays what's the X-Men with ice powers?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Oh, Iceman.
Yeah, I
can't
think it's just
remember the
called
actor.
Iceman, right? It's so generic, I always forget it. Like, what's his
Pandorum. Sorry, that was the movie I was trying to remember earlier. I remember that.
Okay. All right, we know who Ben is. What? Okay.
We were talking about Get Over It, which came from Jawbreakers, which came from
Sugar and Spice,
Sugar and Spice.
which came from some characters being named Sugar and Spice, and then I was like, oh, that's a
From
good movie
Batman.
too.
That's what it is. That it is.
Yeah.
That it is. Okay. We need a map sometimes. Just like what how did we get here?
We need the Pepe Sylvia like cork board from It's Always Sunny.
Yes. Oh, just draw another thing, pin it up there, like, okay, this is how we got here.
Yes.
Man, my brain shut down. I've seen this man, but I have not seen this man.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Foster?
Yeah, my brain just was like, you have no memory of this man. I looked at pictures of him from X-Men, which I have seen.
Yeah. I think he was only in the third one, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was Angel in that one.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen that movie. I don't know. And I've seen My Name is Earl so many times.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Sorry, I dropped
It's
something.
gone. The Mind Palace was like, nope, get rid of that. Not important.
Oh yeah, he was in The Punisher too.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Double dipping in that Marvel universe.
I haven't seen any of
What?
it.
Nobody recognizes him. He could be in there 6 times, and everyone's gonna be like, "Who's that? Who is that?"
You remember the lead in My Name is Earl? Yeah, Ben Foster.
He was in Freaks and Geeks. Does that help at all? Like
No. My brain has completely
Oh.
removed all memory of Ben Foster, which I do love Freaks and Geeks as well.
Yes,
It's
that's what I
gone.
was like. This might be. Oh, but I don't know. Freaks and Geeks was so good.
Yeah, it's amazing.
There he is. He was in it. Confirmed.
He's that kid? Is he?
Rashida Jones was in it. I need to rewatch Freaks and Geeks.
same.
But do you guys ever have like those like stories or movies or whatever that you like watch them and your brain just will not absorb the information that you're being given.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's so many. I don't even know where to start.
I feel like I could look at most of my Letterboxd list and be like, yeah, I know that I saw this. I'm aware that I did. No memory. It's gone.
Yeah, let's try really hard to remember, and then we'll be back here in a few minutes as we sit and try to remember the things that we can't remember.
We're trying to go into our mind palace.
Oh!
All right, we'll be right back.
Comic Collectibles is a pretty straightforward show. You got Rex here, he sells the comics, and you got Rock and Robbie, he knows about the comics. And finally, John, well, no one really knows what John does. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a great guy, but he just keeps showing up. Come to think of it, I don't even really know how he gets in here. Anyway, awesome comics, rare books, rarer signatures, slabbed books, and amazing cover sketches by Ken Hazer and others. Simple formula, you want the comics, you buy the comics. To sum up, Rex sells the comics, Robbie knows the comics, and John, who might possibly be a ghost. I mean, seriously, has anyone ever seen him show up or leave? Comic Collectibles with Rex and John, Mondays from 6 to 8 Eastern on The Experience. Comic Culture and Sales.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere The Experience is all the time.
Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
Go follow The Experience on TikTok at @the_EXP1 or scan the QR code on the screen. Our TikTok is like everywhere else we are, except you only have to deal with us for a minute. Seems like a win-win to me.
All right, we're back. We have remembered kind of what we forget a lot. And mine is a big one. This is a bad one, and some people are going to be upset with me. And I'm not saying that I don't like this franchise. I'm just saying that I've watched it like 4 times and I've retained very little of the story, and that is Star Wars.
Oh, fair enough.
All of it?
Yes, I've seen all of them. I've seen all of the movies. I haven't seen the shows, but the thing is too, I love science fiction. I should love Star Wars. I will watch one of those movies, and then if you were like, hey, what did you think of that character? I would be like, who? I don't know. They just don't, like, I that's part of why I'm a Trekkie, is because I don't know why, but Star Wars just goes into my eyes and my ears, and it just flies out the back of my head.
Yeah, I think for Star Wars, I started to accept at a certain point in life that, you know what, I'm never going to be that type of person that's May the 4th be with you, and I'm never going to know all the lore. I will barely keep up with it. It's just, it's a fine franchise. It's totally fine. But it doesn't sink in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know plenty of people that are like, that's my thing, I love it. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. I'm happy for you. I'm glad that you have a thing and you love.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that they're still making good things for it.
Yeah.
I think I could care about The Mandalorian if I actually sat down and watched it.
Yeah.
But it's everything else. It's like, oh, yeah, it's cool. Oh, so you remember this character and that and that and that? Uh-huh. So can we talk about the Ewok adventures, maybe? I mean, that's where the story's really chef's kiss. But
I feel
yeah.
that.
Yes, I've always been more of a Trekkie too. So
I love Star Wars. I don't I've seen all the movies. I've seen most of the shows. I've read some of the books. I haven't really been able to dive into the comics though. I have tried. There's something about the Marvel Star Wars comics that I just can't get into for some like my brain just like checks out when I try. I have read the book and I don't remember anything that happened in it. But I deeply enjoy the movies and like the history, like the old medieval history of Star Wars. I've really loved. That's a lot of fun to hear about. But there is 2 specific movies that I have probably watched at least a dozen times at this point that I can't remember what's going on. And it's the last 2 Harry Potter movies.
As in part 1 and part 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've read all the books. I remember all the books. I've watched all the movies. The last 2 movies. Everybody's like, this was so different. And I was like, was it? I don't remember. Like, I remember all the way the first those last 2 movies though. I've seen them. And I just can't remember. Like, I was like, oh yeah, at some point Ron gets mad. I remember that. Voldemort dies. That was cool. Like, I remember bits and pieces, but spoilers.
I
can't.
I read the books as a kid. I watched some of the movies, but I think it depends. I think I was just like watching the movies. It's like, yeah, this is a movie of the book I liked.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know why. I was just never really super psyched to watch the movies. So I don't think I even saw. I think like at least the last like 4 movies I just haven't seen.
Yeah.
I think I've seen the first. I know I've seen Goblet of Fire.
Yeah.
Because you don't forget, Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? You don't forget that.
It literally says in the book, he calmly asked him.
Yes.
Did you put your name in the goblet?
Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? This is my voice acting audition. But yeah. I think that's the last one I saw though, honestly.
Yeah. And that it's totally fine. Like I said, I read all the books. I remember when the first movie came out. I super enjoyed it. I was kind of upset that they took out a couple of my favorite characters. And those characters that they took out were kind of important throughout the entire series. So, like, with each movie, I kind of disconnected with it a little bit more. And we get to the last 2, and I was like,
The books did get a lot longer, so I feel like there is a lot more they had to cut out. But I don't know.
Maybe. I think you're right. I really do think you're right.
I'll have to take your word on it. I only remember, I know that I saw the first 5 minimum. I only remember the 3rd one. Oh, and the 2nd one. I remember those 2. Maybe the first. Maybe I remember the first 3.
Yeah.
I think I like the 3rd one the most because I love Gary Oldman. And that's the one where he was introduced. And also, that's the only book I read.
Oh.
Don't ask why.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask questions. But that is the only book I read, and I really enjoyed it.
The only book you've read in your life?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. That. Wow. That's powerful. Powerful stuff here.
Yeah.
And this is where we find out I forgot how to read.
You read comics.
Yes.
Do I? Or do I look at the pictures and infer what's going on? You see, that's why I love the Corinthians so much. I don't actually know what's going on. That's a lie. But
killer, bro.
He can't right now. Canonically, he cannot. He has to ask a cat for permission.
He used to.
So people can change.
Alfie can fix him.
Only Dream can fix him.
Well, I think Dream and I would be cool. Anyway, I was looking through my Letterboxd, which for people that don't know, that's like a site where you can keep up with the movies that you've seen and all that. And I was trying to find movies that it's like I straight up do not remember. And it's not like I wouldn't say that I've seen like an insane amount of movies, really.
Just 1 or 9.
Yeah, basically. And some of these, it's like, okay, I vaguely remember, but then it's like, Horse Girl? I don't remember this at all, but it's got an actress that I like in it.
Yeah,
But
because it's what, Alison Brie?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I have seen Uncut Gems. I gave it 4 stars. I don't remember watching this.
You don't remember watching Uncut Gems?
I don't. The Snowman, which I apparently didn't like. That has completely left my brain.
That's the detective movie, right? Is that a detective movie?
Yeah,
I've read. Yeah, I've read the book, but I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at some of these, and I'm like, when did I watch these? I know that there was a period of time where I was watching like 7 movies in a day.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's all I was doing was watching movies, and I don't really do that so much anymore. Duck Butter has actresses that I like in it. I gave it 3 stars. Don't remember it.
I don't know Duck Butter.
It's got the chick that played Maybe from Arrested Development.
Oh, Shawkat.
Yes.
Was it Aaliyah?
Aaliyah, yeah.
I feel so bad. I didn't really do bunches of movies. I just binge watched TV shows.
Yeah, don't feel bad. I mean, I do that too, and there's plenty that I don't remember, but I only track movies on this app.
Where it's like,
I don't remember watching Winchester. When did I do that?
Fringe. I love Fringe. Threshold. Those are ones I remember.
I'm currently rewatching not Constantine. Oh my gosh. Sandman, not because of my obsession, but because I know that I watched a good chunk of it, but then my brain was just like, no, forget it.
Yeah.
Not because of your obsession?
No.
That sounds like some gribble fafa.
No, it's fine. And it's like, man, I barely remember Renfield. I mean, who could remember that movie?
I do feel like if like the solar flare takes out all of our electricity tomorrow, we can just have you act out the entire movie of Renfield for us, and that's going to be our entertainment
forever.
No, I don't. I feel like I could quote it as I'm watching it. I don't know that I could like quote it. Like,
I think if me or Ian gave you a prompt, you could just go from there.
I mean, at least with the I remember the ska line exactly, but you know, I'm like, oh, my name is Robert Montague Renfield, and I'm a codependent.
I'm telling you right now, she could probably act out the entire movie.
Are you all right, Master? No, just the skeleton.
Oh my god,
it's so good.
It's really good. Apparently, I watched Boss Baby. When did I watch Boss Baby? I don't remember that at all.
Wait, I thought Boss Baby was a show because I watched the show.
Multiple movies and a TV show.
I do not have any recollection of this.
Yeah, it started as a movie.
I remember the show. I didn't know there was a movie. Well, I think I knew. I don't remember.
What if a baby was your boss, though?
I mean, I guess if you're a parent, a boss is your baby.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Or a baby is your boss, rather.
Yeah.
I'm just a floating head right now. Okay, there we go.
Yes.
Sorry, it's just like I was like, I'm sitting here trying to remember. I probably did see the movie, and that's why I watched the show, but I can't remember the movie.
I watched The New Blair Witch.
And on that note, guys, I do think it is time for Pick of the Week. We haven't done it a little bit. It's time for it to bring it back. Here we go. Pick of the Week. All right, there we go. Whose pick was it? Was it Alfie's pick?
Yes.
And it was
that Texas Blood.
Okay. Okay, here we go.
I read the first episode or the first issue. It was really good. I don't know what's going on. Probably should have read more.
It is one of those things that the more you read, the more things are explained.
It
Yeah,
was
it's
it was
Okay.
really, really good though. I really liked it. It's just like, oof, sad people.
Yeah, I think I only read the first 3 issues, and it's starting to develop. Like, it's starting to be like, oh, there's definitely more that's happening, and it just gets deeper and deeper.
Trying
And
to remember the artist.
I do like how each comic has like its own little like side name, like it's a crime episode, which
Oh, I
makes
didn't
sense
pick up
because
on that.
I think I think is it the artist? I think the artist used to be like a court artist or something.
That's
Something
what
like
I'm
that.
looking up right now. I'm trying to remember because it's his first time criminal colorist and first time solo artist Jacob Phillips. Yes, that's who it was. Thank you.
Nice.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't remember to save my life. I couldn't remember.
Oh, back to
love
not
the art
remembering.
style. I really like the art.
No, I dig the art.
Yes.
It kind of feels like I'm watching like one of those like as I'm reading it, it feels like I'm watching a detective show.
Yeah.
Like one that could be based on reality, but it's been dramatized.
Yeah.
And I believe it's completed. I think they ended it last year. Hold on. Yes,
Yeah, I think
December
they did.
7th, 2022, number 20, which was the last issue came out. And with each cover gets more and more unhinged. And I love that. The art style.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's got some spooky things going on in the background of a small Texas town.
I really, really enjoyed the first one that I read, and like I'm definitely gonna finish the series because I'm just like, even though it's like, because it's a vampire book, right? Is that right? Vampires, zombies,
Kind of both.
spoopies.
Spookies. Yeah.
Yeah. What's because the first one is just like fully like there's like a glimpse that's like some weird stuff's gonna happen, but like the only really like weird stuff in the first one is in like the main character's like dream that he's thinking about, how he had that dream.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like I don't know, like I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on here, but it's just such a good story and it's so well written, even though it's not very like, obviously there's like some action in the first one and there's like a like, oh my god, but it doesn't have like supernatural action in the first one, but it still makes me want to like read the rest of them.
Like, because I did read it all while it was coming out because I had it in my pull box. And I remember at the end of each one, I was like, now wait a minute. I gotta wait a month. That's rude.
And one thing I really liked about it too is like it's like a small thing, but like I really liked all the like drawings of like the desert. I think I've always thought the desert is really beautiful because I grew up in a very forested area. So I think I've always been like, ooh, the desert. Like I don't necessarily want to live there, but whenever I go to the desert, I'm like, ooh,
the desert.
no trees. What a difference.
It's almost like it's exotic to you because you didn't grow up in it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
That's how I felt about the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, driving through Tennessee for the first time, it was like, oh my gosh, look at all this.
Yeah.
We're just driving on a mountain? That's crazy.
Never, like, growing up, so used to flatland. And then I got my license. My grandparents handed me the keys to the dually, hooked up the horse trailer, and we're like, drive to California. And I'm like, okay. Driving through the desert in the mountains. And I was like, whoa, this is so different. Why are the roads so tiny?
That's a shock when you come to Texas. The roads here are massive.
Yeah.
Just
they're meant for dualies and big trucks.
I feel like it kind of depends on like there. I feel like there are some towns in Texas where it's like this was built pre-truck.
Yeah.
No truck was ever meant to come down this road.
No. If you go to this tiny town called La Rue, Texas, La Rue, This the streets that are there are just paved over wagon trails. So sometimes even one vehicle can't fit. And you're just like, oh no, it's all farmland. How are we supposed to get down there with our truck?
You need a 2 horsepower vehicle, and by that I mean a carriage.
Yes. Oh god. But yes, tiny towns everywhere in Texas. Definitely feeling this one. Which town was it that was in this one? It was a
Oh, I forgot the name of it.
No. Why can't I remember? That wasn't Paris, Texas, was it?
I don't think so. I feel like I would have remembered if it said Paris, Texas.
Yeah. I can never remember.
At
But
least
it
in the
did
first
feel-
issue. Yeah, I don't think it said a town because I would have been like, and like looked it up.
I probably didn't tell us exactly what town it was then.
I feel like if they did, they could have possibly just done what like King of the Hill did, and it's like, oh well, this is this town in Texas, and it's like, yeah, that's not actually a real town though.
It's probably what they did.
Arlen, that was the town in King of the Hill.
Ah.
Which is not a real town in Texas.
Huh. I don't know
Arlington.
why I thought it was Arlington.
Because it's Arlen, so it's close enough.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's crazy. So whose pick is it next?
I thought it was yours.
Oh my god, it's my pick. I'll be right back. I'm so sorry, guys.
I thought that's what the stuff in the group chat was. I'm confused.
I don't know. I don't know anything. I know nothing.
I hope it's the one that they dropped a bunch of pictures in the group chat of. That would be cool. Maybe that one's not out yet.
Okay. It was funny. It was sitting on the table for me. Okay,
Like
so I think it's my pick.
Maybe I'm revealing the plan.
Whoopsie. Okay. All right. So the next pick is my pick. So this is by Bad Bug, which is one of their Kickstarters they finished up. Periwinkle.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
So Periwinkle, and I'm gonna try and find an example, is an elf sick and tired of everything going on, kills Santa, maybe by accident, and now Krampus shows up, and all the elves are just getting super mad and murdery.
Mm-hmm.
Let me find a good picture.
A holiday classic.
Oh, it's so good. I'm trying to find one that's not a spoiler, but like to show off kind of like
nice.
Like the elves are not happy. There are killers and they're like super mad. It's so good. I really enjoy this. It was another one of those ones that's like it was a Kickstarter and I can't wait for more. Like Alfie, I don't know why I think you're gonna like Krampus. Hold on.
Alfie, do you like Krampus already?
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen a Krampus related thing.
You haven't seen the movie Krampus?
Nope.
Oh.
I love that. I love Christmas horror because I love Christmas and I love horror. And then I just specifically love Christmas horror.
Yeah.
I think Krampus is one of my favorite. That's a really, really good one.
Krampus is great.
It's been on my list.
Yeah.
I think every Christmas horror movie I've seen has dealt with Santa being
Bad.
like Santa's sleigh and stuff like that.
What was that one that I saw this year that had a
Letters to Satan Claus?
What was the name of that movie?
There was some. Part of me feels like it was Santa's sleigh, but there was some Christmas horror movie where, like, I think Fran Drescher died immediately in the beginning.
Oh my!
Yeah, like there was a dinner party, and then I think a Santa comes and messes it
You
up.
are 6'3", bloody well, rude. Sorry.
Sorry for being so tall.
If I stood on top of you, Alfie, we would be 6'3".
Stood on top of me?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I feel like we might be a little bit taller than 6'3". I mean, technically we would be 6'3", but also plus more.
Yeah, we could dunk
Violent
on him.
Night. that was the Christmas horror movie I super enjoyed. It had John. I'm gonna mess up his name. Everybody's gonna yell at me, and that's A-okay. Leguizamo.
Oh, John Leguizamo. Yeah.
Did I say his name right for once?
Yeah.
And he's 6'3".
No, David Harbour, 6'3".
Oh, okay,
He's
that
very
one.
tall, man.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch that one.
It's really good. I enjoyed it. It's really good. A lot of people die terribly. They just get tortured, and it's funny to me.
I would highly recommend Letters to Satan Claus. It's it's like they're making fun of like Hallmark Lifetime type movies, like it's done in that exact style.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's really funny. Like this kid, she goes back to like her hometown, and she finds out that she accidentally summoned like an evil Santa because instead of writing Santa Claus in her Christmas letters, she wrote Satan Claus on accident.
Aww.
Aww.
Cutie.
It's really funny.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
We'll have a marathon of Krampus and Letters to Satan Claus.
Yeah. I'm down for it.
Yeah, I'm super excited for you guys to read this. It's another one of those ones that it's so good. I hope a lot more people can get into it because right now they're just able to kind of do it through Kickstarter, and it's just I want to see it in stores again. So I want to see it in stores again. I want to see it in stores. Like, oh, that'd be so cool. Everybody should get it. It's so good.
So is there a way for like people to get to it right now, or is it just if you back the Kickstarter?
It's just if you back the Kickstarter. I'm sure there's going to be another way, but right now, I think if you reach out to the Bad Bug team, which I think is, hold on, let me find them real quick. We'll put one of their socials where you can find them somewhere. Okay. Mr. Producer Magic. I think if you reach out to them, there's ways to get it, I think.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't just pick something that not everybody gets to read. Oh no, my phone's here.
That's okay.
Well, you're hyping it up.
I
said you're hyping it up, so it's fine.
Yeah. So
hype.
So I guess at some point, both Bean and I will have to borrow that.
I think I have it digitally too. I can probably send it to you. And this is the whole story. This is everything. It's all in here.
Yeah.
It's so good. I can't wait for you guys to read it. You're going to super enjoy it because all of us like horror. All of us like holiday horror. Mm-hmm. So I think you guys are going to really like this.
I'm not a fan of the holidays, but holiday horror is fine.
That's what I was about to ask you. I don't know if you seem like a very jolly Christmas person.
I don't seem like a very jolly person. Don't let the fat fool you. It's not full of jolly. It's full of hate.
Well, don't worry. This book has no jolly, only slight murder. Well, a lot of murder. But anyways.
How is murder slight? Is it like a sleight of hand murder where it's magic?
Well, I got better.
Just a flesh wound.
Got better.
It's only 1 or 9 murders. Just like
I have to. If there's not 10, then I can't get behind it. Minimum 10.
Darn it! I think there is actually.
Minimum of 10.
Oh my god! Yes. So. Take us out, Alfie.
Okay.
Add extra commercials is what I'll have to do.
Fair enough. I can't remember what I was doing. I forgot.
The outro?
That's part of the joke of the outro is that I forgot.
Oh, I messed it up.
And on that note, people forget that sometimes I like to be funny. I like to make jokes. I like to do bits.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's a common thing to forget. That's why people take me way too seriously. It's all a bit. Life is a bit.
Mm-hmm. And Alfie's only read one book in her entire life, and it was the 3rd Harry Potter book.
It's true. It's true. I'm doing these shows and stuff. Oh, it's
smoke and mirrors.
Struggle.
I am a liar. So Anyway, I've forgotten everything. How do we end shows? Goodbye?
Just make it up. Just
Goodbye.
make it up.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Later.